Today we are talking about the infamous Coldplay CEO cheating scandal. The scandal that had the internet teaming up faster than a BTS pre-sale. That organized us more uniformly than an Abby Lee dance company routine. That unionized us so hard Jeff Bezos tried to have us whacked by the mob. Welcome to Tyler's Kitchen, the world's first anti-cooking show where I talk about my interests, which include but are not limited to feminism, pop culture, history, and random shit see on the internet with a few more jokes than is necessary and or appropriate. Today we're gonna unpack the astronomer CEO cheating scandal, but we're also gonna yap about other cheating scandals in history to ask the question, have we evolved as a collective peanut gallery? It was July 16th, 2025, the Gillette Stadium. Coldplay is mid-concert. The Jumbotron kiss cam lands on a beautiful couple, viva la vida-ing it up. And they just happen to be Andy Byron, the CEO of a tech company called Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, the same company's chief people officer. They freeze like teenagers caught under the bleachers of a church dance, and they scramble to exit the frame. And you know what? It turns out their chief of people officer was very hands-on. God forbid a girl go above and beyond at her job. Strangers identify the couple. They dig up marriage records, org charts, LinkedIn profiles. A fake apology circulates. The internet quickly comes to the conclusion that this is a workplace love affair. Theories begin to flow like Franza does at my parents' house. By July 19th, Byron resigns. No confirmed affair though. No personal statement. Probably there isn't one required. Social media had already given the verdict. Guys, maybe this was just like a team building activity. You never know. Maybe they were like doing a trust fall. It just sucks that we didn't even get to hear Fix You before Coldplay accidentally ruined two families. Have you ever like read about old-timey humiliation tactics? Like I'm talking about beheading, throwing tomatoes, tar and featherings, and think to yourself, oh my God, how barbaric, I would never. But then suddenly a CEO gets captured with the other women on a kiss cam, and within hours, the internet is cosplaying a 17th century mob. Just thousands of Redditors cross-referencing LinkedIn profiles and Zillow listings. I mean, the CEO didn't even get a chance for a Notes app apology tour. No receipts, proof, timeline, evidence, everything. Sorry, I say that all the time. Careers ended before even a single word was spoken. And if you're as online as I have been, you've probably seen like apologies from him, statements from the wife. That is all fake and unconfirmed. So unfortunately, this story has a little bit less to it. Nobody has really made a statement yet besides the Astronomer company drop kicking his ass. But this behavior isn't new. From Roman empresses to 2000 celebrities, we've always had a tradition of humiliating the unfaithful, harshly, publicly, and for sport. We used to have town criers. Now we just have stay-at-home mom TikTok shop affiliates spilling the tea from their Kia Telluride. And today, we are making better than sex cake. That's funny, right? Guys, tell me how funny that is. Making this cake that is like so decadently ridiculous, like the ingredients to this are so commercial, like you couldn't buy any of these ingredients in an Erewhon. It's so LA antithesis. I'm so excited. I'm gonna make a box cake with canola oil and milk from a can. I am thrilled. And you know what? I think I'm not gonna f it up today. Just a bag of this. Yeah, this seems pretty doable. Okay, so we do a cup of water. That I can do. Then we need half cup of oil. Once again, sounds doable to me. Men used to found entire civilizations. Now they just find people's IP addresses. My dress is once again from Rockin' Betty Las Vegas. But guys, this is a tale as old as time. The court of public opinion is so harsh and rapid, and we as pack animals love to jump on a juicy, salacious news story. One of the first documented instances of this is with Messalina in ancient Rome in 48 CE. Messalina was the wife of Emperor Claudius. According to Tacitus, the city talked of nothing but the scandal of Messalina. Her affairs were not love, but sheer necessity, as she staged a mock wedding to her lover Gaius Silius in October 48 CE while Claudius was away at Ostia. Suetonius claimed that orgies took place under her order. Okay, girl boss, the first girl boss, the first mommy dommy. When Claudius learned of her betrayal, they did not do a trial or a testimony. Tacitus writes, no one dared defend her, not even her mother, as Messalina was dragged to the gardens of Lucullus and executed without delay. It kind of set a precedent. Her name stood for being unfaithful, for being sexually provocative, which is very reflective of the way we now say pulling a Lewinsky. Her name became shorthand for the dangerous female sexuality. The original Scarlet Letter. Messalina. Wait, that's actually like Messalina? Like I already want to call my friends Mess. I'm gonna call my friends Messalinas. That's like kind of cute too. Like let's go Messalina it up in the club this weekend. Let's go get Messalina. Another favorite is the story of Hamilton. I know, jump scare, theater kids in 2016. I'm so sorry. In August 1797, rumors of Alexander Hamilton's affair with Maria Reynolds reached a fever pitch. When rival journalists and politicians accused him of financial corruption and blackmail, Hamilton responded by publishing the 98-page Reynolds pamphlet. This is the original guy sending a long-ass email after you block him on everything. In this 98-page document, he says, "This confession is not made without a blush. This charge against me is a connection with one Maria Reynolds for some past." It detailed his affair, but it defended himself against public misconduct. The press erupted. Hamilton's reputation suffered, and of course, his wife Eliza was humiliated forever. Also, what a gaggy motherfucker. If a man writes you an apology note, he might actually be sorry. If a man writes you a 98-page apology note, he just likes to hear himself talk. But once again, the way that the public engaged in this, rumors were spread through newspapers and articles and town gossip, the way that people were so excited for him to release this statement. It's kind of exactly how we're acting now. Oh no, my oven was not preheating that whole time. Damn it! Sorry, I'll keep it a little bit more demure. I think I'm scaring other people in this space. Normally, I'm more of a Betty Crocker girl, but this was pretty good. So this is a good step. Honestly, in reality, I'm 3 steps in. I did eggs, water, and oil, and I'm like shocked that it came out right. But I just want you guys to be proud of me. We did this right. We're off to a good track. I literally hate making anything with a long cook time because then I'm just like awkwardly standing in this kitchen like, don't mind me, there's just something in the oven, so I'm just stalling. I cut the cameras and I just sit here and like, if you're anything like me, you need at least 3 figures of caffeine every single morning to open your eyes and function. And recently, my prefrontal lobe has developed enough to say $13 lattes, what? Like, if I keep buying $13 lattes, I will never retire. That was me, until I found Trade. Trade delivers coffee beans specifically roasted for cold brew. They literally grind them for me, ship them to my door, and boom. All I have to do is dump it in a pitcher, pour a little water in, and wait for it to make the perfect cup of cold brew. These are smooth, rich. I could be on a patio in Italy right now. Coffee beans. Trade has teamed up with 15 coffee roasters to make a collection that is a chef's kiss. Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the United States for a reason. For a limited time, Trade is giving you 50% off a full month of cold brew. That's like 60 cups of coffee at home for half the price. So go to drinktrade.com/Tyler for 50% off your first month of Trade coffee. And then in the UK, in 1886, we have the case of Lady Colin Campbell. She was an Irish socialite whose divorce trial, opening in November 1886, transfixed Victorian England. Lady Colin accused Lord Colin of not only cheating on her, but then giving her syphilis. He retaliated by alleging that not only with one, but 4 other men had she cheated on him. One of them being the Duke of Marlborough. Coincidentally, they call me the Duchess of Marlborough after I've had a few drinks. And the butler famously testified against her, saying, "I could see her sitting on his knee, ma'am, through the famous keyhole at 79 Cadogan Place." What a snitching bitch. You know what they say, that butler is on site. And why is he being a peeping Tom? He's watching through the keyhole? Pervert! Stone him in the town square. The public was so enraptured with this story that during the trial, the jury and the press visited the home to look through the keyhole themselves. The press was absolutely flooded with every single detail of this juicy new story. Headlines dubbed it the scandal of the century. No adultery was proven and no divorce was granted. Lady Collin was cast out from society, but in a defiant turn of events, she actually rebuilt her life as a journalist. Look, like just a minute ago, it was sticky and doing that thing where it sticks to the fork. I have the forks to prove it. I was testing over time to make sure that it was getting fully cooked and that it kept coming out juicy, but now it smells like it's definitely burnt. Fuck, 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 it's burnt, it's burnt, it's burnt. Game over. Look, I know something, I know it's burnt, because look, the edges are like flat. Look at that. The edges are, see how it's so, it smells like it burnt. Yeah, and it's like shrunk. The edges have shrunk. Now we're to 1875, one of the most famous cheating scandals in history, Henry Ward Beecher. This is kind of during like the Great Awakening era where people rediscovered religion and spirituality. This man is at the top of his game. This is giving like Joseph Smith in his prime, until he is accused of having an affair with Elizabeth Tilton, who was the wife of his close friend and fellow reformer, Theodore Tilton. This goes to trial and it becomes a national obsession because, of course, testimonies included private letters and public breakdowns. Beecher's sermons became public battlegrounds. His members were divided. Should we condemn him or should we faithfully believe him? Although the jury never even reached a verdict, it was toast for this dude because the media had already decided. The town's media and people will construct their own narrative and run with it no matter what you do. Now we're to Hollywood, 1950. Ugh, my obsession. Ingrid Bergman. She was a Swedish actress who had an affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini. They were both married. And of course, this is the talk of the town. It's published in magazines and newspapers. It gets so bad that even Senator Edwin Johnson publicly condemns her as a powerful influence for evil. She literally gets denounced on the Senate floor. Hollywood blacklists her. Church groups are protesting her films. Oh, and Roberto, of course he's fine. It's so easy to look at this and be like, wow, people were so prudish and dramatic. We would never do that now. We're not mob peasant people. Yes, you are. I guarantee. I am just waiting for JD Vance or a White House TikTok account to make a little comment about the CEO Coldplay concert scandal. I am just waiting for Kristen Cabot to get called out personally by Candace Owens. If this happened today, she would be canceled by Fox News, uncanceled by Gen Z, and then be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars. And within 2 years, she'd definitely be hosting Love Island. And most recently, you know what I'm gonna say. You know where I'm going with this. Bill Clinton. Say it with me, Bill Clinton. In the 1990s, Monica Lewinsky, a, by the way, 22-year-old White House intern. 22. Bill Clinton is like 100. Bruh. Monica and Bill's affair is exposed. This triggers an impeachment trial, non-stop media coverage, and intense public scrutiny. You guys have heard the term, oh, she's gonna Lewinsky him. Oh, she's getting Lewinsky'd. She was the butt of jokes for decades. Initially, Clinton denied the affair, but eventually he admitted to it after Linda Tripp released video evidence. It essentially ruined Monica Lewinsky's life, but Bill Clinton ended up being literally fine. But it's ridiculous the way the media so quickly acted like evil villager mob people. I think if they publicly could have walked Monica Lewinsky naked down the town square and threw rotten tomatoes at her, just like in Game of Thrones, they would have done that. And what's more upsetting is it's not because people cared so much about Hillary Clinton. They just wanted some sort of spectacle to gawk at. I feel like this is where it needs to be. I didn't measure this step. I just kind of felt with my heart until it became sort of a caramely color, but still maintained the whipped cream texture. So apparently I'm supposed to just dump this over this. Okay, so I just am spreading this. I don't think I made enough, so I can just go back and make more. I hate how it's so, why is it rising so much in the center? This is weird, bruh. Oh, wait. Oh no, I was supposed to combine the sweetened condensed milk and the caramel, not the caramel and the whipped cream. Oops. Now I've seen Monica Lewinsky's kind of making a comeback. I think she has a podcast, so I'm really excited to see her finally get to say her piece now that we're at least ready to hear from her. I wouldn't say we're evolved as a society, but I would say we're far enough away from her scandal that we can let her breathe. Infidelity disrupts our social order. It's like the most intimate form of betrayal, and I think so many people have experienced this before, and for so many people, it's like a defining moment in their life because it is such like a rug pull asshole that it gets you angry. It's relatable and just absolutely gutting. Public shaming gives observers a sense of moral clarity, even if and when facts are unclear. We turn cheaters into entertainment because it reinforces our boundaries, our own loyalty, and our righteousness. Durkheim, more than a century ago, wrote that public punishment, above all, reaffirms the unity of collective conscience, and recent research backs him up. Watching someone punished for infidelity gives the public psychological relief and moral reinforcement, according to Breathwaite, 1989. Even if the facts are unclear, as social media speeds up the cycle, our appetite for both villains and catharsis grows. Scholars call it vicarious moral policing, Sternheimer, 2011, which I also feel is like why when somebody gets canceled, everybody on TikTok has to have a piece about it. It's not like somebody can just like be called out for bad behavior once and move on. Like everybody has to have their own take on it because there's something so uniting about a group of people looking at somebody and going, no, bad, I'm better than that. I would never. It's almost like a form of virtue signaling. Gossips and their audience experience a surge in self-righteousness and solidarity, amplified by digital platforms. And I quote Dibble and Levine, 2010, and this is why I feel like my content sometimes verges on like the gossip territory. And that's why I find it so gaggy and icky sometimes in the commentary community, because it really does come with this air of like, well, I would never do anything wrong. It's very like pearl clutchy virtue signaling. Durkheim calls it reaffirming collective consciousness. I call it using the Coldplay CEO CapCut meme template. And not to mention, women often, if not always, pay the higher price in this situation. Messalina, Hester Prynne, Monica Lewinsky, Ingrid Bergman, Kristen Cavett, their scandals become their whole legacy. Meanwhile, the men, Bill Clinton, Tiger Woods, Tristan Thompson, Adam Levine, Tristan Thompson, and the Kardashian clan, literally those men will cheat on them multiple times and then still be in the family photos. Tiger Woods is still a professional golfer. Bill Clinton has been orbiting the White House for his entire life. Meanwhile, women who are cheated for it are defined for it and punished for it in perpetuity. Men get a redemption arc, women get branded. And academic research confirms this pattern. Women who are publicly accused face exclusion from the profession at twice the rate of men for equivalent infractions, according to Wharton, 2012. Media analysis reveals that women at the center of sex scandals are splashed across the front page more than twice as long as men are, according to Augustine, 2015. And a landmark New York Magazine review found women endure a median of 8 years of career fallout compared to just 2 for men if men face real consequences at all. Okay, I again didn't check the ratios, but I feel like this is gonna be good. This is just like basically like just wetting up your cake however you can, you know? Because my cake has a pregnant belly, it's just gonna all drip to the sides and you know, what the f ever, who cares? Okay, and then I guess I just sprinkled these on top. It looks so scrumptious. See, somebody will pull up to a potluck. This is showing my Utah and be like, yeah, I brought the better than sex cake. You've never had better than sex cake? Oh, it's pretty special. We only do this for special occasions because it's quite a masterpiece. As Carol Jaffe bluntly puts it, the gendered nature of public scandal is not subtle. What is swiftly forgiven in men is terminal for women. Yes, Carol. When men fall, they often come back. When women fall, their names become shorthand for shame. In 50 years, people will look back on this Coldplay CEO situation horrified. I mean, how an event that seemed so private was publicly broadcast and surveillanced and picked apart is so mob mentality. I mean, people doxed this man. They demanded he got fired. They stalked his wife and flooded her Facebook inbox. Everybody involved with this situation will never live the same life ever again. And I'm not defending them as cheaters, but I am saying as a society, we've got to chill with our vigilante justice because it's just like the stuff that we look on at saying, really? That's ridiculous. Get your torches. Let's try this. Uh-oh, it's really sticky because I don't think the juices seeped all the way through. Oh, it's very dry. Why hasn't the sweetened condensed milk seeped? It's very dry. Uh-oh, I cut the holes like it said to. Maybe it needs to soak for longer. Uh-oh, this is supposed to be wet. What the heck? I'm just gonna keep adding layers. I threw away the sweetened condensed milk, but it's okay. We'll just add more things. I bet by the end of the day, it'll be really juicy, worked out. I may as well have just like blended up a million like sugary things. This feels less like a recipe and more like an epic mealtime contest. There you have it, I guess. No, I'm gonna go with that it's a fail considering how easy it was and how far I missed the mark. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And if you extra liked it, I really appreciate when you guys share. I love seeing you on Instagram stories, resharing them and saying hello. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!